Service fee. Roll out, more of. Done, off out, million. 6248, noun, nanosecond. 3842, conversion, imprint, nanosecond. Design, influence. 13846841, conversion, sequence. Non-noun, noon, non-version, after. 1683, conversion, consequences. 33 38 54 63, consequences. 59 58 29 24, doublet. 18 21 62 25, doublet. 12 18 21 29, doublet. 18 24 18 62, doublet. 12 61 65 63, doublet. 22.829.6 MHZ, HZ92, HZ51, frequency 59.824, sub minus division at the moment. I'm trying to work out. Last time I recorded a lot about the frequency and stuff like that. Sometimes things come in and sometimes things come out because I can't work out everything at once. Like subject. I can work out the subject one. Like for example, if I do a quickie, I can save Australia straight away. That's just one subject, or Ireland, or UK, or London, or Spain, or any other country. I can save it as once. But what I'm trying to do is to interact the network and to clear the clause of the plaintiff and to interact with the owner. And each owner will actually mathematically theorem the percentages of its value. But this is just a quickie because in return, nationally, the understanding of the theorem, I can also inflate into its maturity and to understand NASA. Because NASA is here, later on, somehow I will work out the plaintiff as well in relation to the development. As each development, once you, I, myself, and myself will interfere with the irritation, I will also water the garden. When I water the garden with the valve, the switch valve or whatever you call it, I will actually interfere the wave. When I interfere the wave, I will interact with the sump. I have a picture of a sump. I'll put it on to Facebook later, which is at 11 Tanner Street. I no longer have that video. If I can find the video, I will help you, because then you can know where the level of the water is. But in the level of the water, it has to correct the balance. That is very hard because it only lasts for 1 week. But in return, nationally, the understanding of the theorem is the element of your perm. And each perm, well, if you look at Gary's mother, her hair is actually curly. And when Olga does it, it's curly. And I remember an old lady when Olga first started, she used to give Olga bread and tomato, roll of, what do you call that? Bread roll. She always does that. That's, I don't know where she is now. She always come in. But that's when I helped Olga a lot to develop her business, and she helped me a lot with developing my creativity. But in return, nationally, the understanding of a segment is to interact with the irritation, because the irritation of the wave format, I myself, you, all, can also need to know psychology, logically. I already recorded out before, but later on I'll work out the logics, and each logics I have to wave format the sound as well. But in relation to the development, the inflection of the material is an inner piece of harmony, and to ambush the piece of safari. And each safari belongs to ISO X 3.5 and ISO X 16.8, which is a doublet of a dublum into CTOS, and CTOS, okay, lowercase CTOS CTOS, that will develop the caps, and also when it develops the caps, it would actually interfere into a medical report, because each medical report, once I know how to share the network into the medical report in relation to bulk and billing, because I know that's old, but I'll use them as well, because that's when I will start to interact with them. So I know some GP, some medical center, like just GP center, are bulk bill and bill free, or bulk and bulk bill or something like that. But anyway, in relation to the Medicare, the transmission of the crude oil, I can't pronounce the crude. Gary knows how to do it. It's not cruel, it's not evil. It's on my tablet. The oil, the percentages, the value of Forex. But anyway, the development also needs to know the wave format in relation to the developer. As each developer already developed the module, which is 2D, the module. But in return, when I can correspond with the network, I can interact with the modular. As each modular, once I interact with the conference, I will interfere with its nationality and to interact with the e-cache. And each e-cache, when it interact, it will actually pronounce it correctly into the alien wave format. No, into the wave format. If there is a conversion of an imprint, the design will also need to influe the inflation of formulation, something like that. In return, nationally, the understanding of the serum, you can also sequence into the math of condition and to understand the spectrum. And each spectrum, once we do that, we are unevening out of production to service the fee and to also include the interference. There you go. Sorry, I'm on the roundabout and there's a car just going to drive past, but interact really fast. Well, I was already indicated, but interact really fast. So in relation to the development, the information of technology, you can also interference the fluid. As each fluid, once you have the oil share, you will work out the crew, and each crew, it's crucial or something like that in relation. Crucial. One of my best friend who is a bold guy, but he actually animate a lot of beautiful things in Flash. Yes, my friend. I'm concentrating, sorry. Park my car in Oakley. But, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to say that. In return, nationally, the understanding of a serum is a mathematical message of a performance. If there is a performance, and once you interact with your inclusion, the point of mathematical measurement is a transformation of a teleport. And each teleport, once you sequel into the application form, you will also undo the UAI. The UAI will measure itself into a flicker of your interflow. And each interflow is a quickie of a element of the design. The quickie of the element of the design is an inflow of technology. And each technology, once we sequel that, we will also share into its maturity and to understand its unity, to simplify the non-conversion of a conquer. In return, the conquer is a vision of non-impairment, because based upon the non-impairment, the platform, once you sequel the achievable manner, you will also interact with this maturity there, because in return, you will influe into its network and to correspond with its correct procure to crude oil. I can't pronounce that. Sorry. It's you know what? I might write it so you know which one is this. Okay. Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute.